Female hypergamy is one of those concepts that gets thrown around a lot in conversations about dating and relationships, but most of the time it's completely misunderstood. The mainstream idea isn't fully correct. That hypergamy just means women want men with more money. Case closed. But if that were the full story, why didn't broke musicians, edgy tattoo artists, and mysterious dudes with barely $1 to their names still pull women often easier than rich men? It's because hypergamy isn't about money. It's about superiority. Specifically, the kind of superiority that women perceive and feel, not just calculate on paper. Money can be one signal of that superiority, but it's far from the only one and definitely not the most powerful. A woman doesn't fall for a guy because of his bank account alone. She falls because of how he makes her feel. That feeling, that undeniable attraction, is sparked when a man radiates a certain presence. When he seems like he's ahead of the pack, above the crowd, and control. That's what hypergamy is all about. A woman's instinctual pull toward a man she sees as better, stronger, smarter, more composed, more dangerous, more in charge than the rest. Here's what people miss. Women don't consciously think, "I need a superior man." What happens instead is that they feel it. It's in the way he holds eye contact without flinching. The way he talks like he knows exactly who he is and what he wants. The way he doesn't chase, doesn't beg, and doesn't fold when tested. These traits are far more attractive than any dollar sign. They convey emotional strength, depth, and most importantly, the ability to lead. A man who gives off this energy doesn't need to say much. His presence does the talking. Let's talk about that feeling women describe as the butterflies. Most guys think this is about romantic sweetness or some Disney-level chemistry. It's not. Butterflies are a visceral reaction to power. Controlled, refined, dangerous when needed power. When a woman says she's getting butterflies around a man, what she's really feeling is a mix of excitement and nervousness. A sense that she's in the presence of someone who could take the lead, who could challenge her, who doesn't need her, but chooses to engage anyway. This is why so many women are turned off by nice guys, who are overly agreeable, always available, and never challenge them. It's not that kindness is bad, it's that predictability is boring. Safety without edge kills attraction. Women want to feel something when they're around you. They want that spark that comes from unpredictability, emotional tension, and even a bit of danger, not actual threat. But the kind of danger that makes a man interesting, exciting, and above all else, different from the average guy. A woman feeling intimidated by a man in a subtle way often means she's actually attracted to him. That intimidation is awe, it's respect. It's the recognition of strength. When you walk into a room and own your space, when you speak with confidence and command attention without trying too hard, that creates a psychological contrast between you and every other man she's accustomed to. And hypergamy thrives on contrast. It makes her feel like she's winning by being close to someone who stands above the rest. This is also where the dark, often unspoken side of attraction comes into play, the desire to surrender to a superior force. This is why BDSM has exploded in popularity, especially among women. Because the core dynamic, dominance and submission, mirrors the ancient wiring of female hypergamy. It's the fantasy of letting go, of being overpowered safely, of trusting a man who's clearly capable of control. In the world of BDSM, the dominant male commands through calmness, poise, and confidence. And that quiet authority is exactly what flips the hypergamous switch. In this kind of dynamic, a woman feels like she can melt into her femininity. She doesn't have to lead. She doesn't have to decide. She can submit not because she's weak, but because the man is strong enough to carry both of them. That's what makes it sexy. That's what creates the butterflies. It's about the feeling of safety wrapped in power, softness wrapped in strength, fear wrapped in trust. And again, none of that is about money. It's not the kind of man you are. Hypergamy is brutally honest. It's not about fairness, it's not about equality. It's about instinct. A woman doesn't care how much effort you've put in, how long you've known her, or how many nice things you've done. If she doesn't feel that you're superior to other options, emotionally, physically, energetically, she won't feel it. That's why trying to logic your way into attraction fails. That's why negotiating desire never works, because her attraction isn't a decision, it's a response. So if you're trying to level up with women, the move is to become superior to yourself first. Build your mind, build your body, build your discipline, your confidence, and most importantly, your game. Learn to walk into a room without needing validation. Learn to say no without explaining yourself. Learn to be dangerous in a controlled way, not violent, not reckless, but capable of leading. Because when a woman feels like she's in the presence of a man who doesn't need her, but could absolutely have her, that's when her instincts kick in. That's when she feels the butterflies. That's when hypergamy does its thing. And once you understand that, you stop blaming women, stop resenting the game, and start playing it the way it was meant to be played. Not with money, but with presence, power, and unshakable identity. That's what makes you the man she can't ignore. That's what makes you the one she compares every other guy to. And that's what hypergamy at its core has always been about. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.